All right, y'all, welcome back to Philly D's Garage. So we're inside of the Buick GS right now. So I got a code P0506. It's saying the idle air control system RPM is lower than expected. So basically, what that means is something's wrong with the car idling correctly. So I'm using my older scanner right now because it's quicker and easier to use. So let me step out and show you guys where the idle air control valve is at. All right, y'all, so on my car the idle air control valve is right here. So basically this valve right here allows your car to idle at a steady pace. So if your car is like idling weird or shutting off at idle, this may be your problem. Now, newer cars today, you might not have one of these idle air control valves on your valve body. A lot of newer cars is actually controlled. Your idle air is controlled by your throttle body and your computer. So you might not see one of these if you go looking for one if your car is a newer car. But if you got an older car like this, 9 times out of 10, more than likely you have an idle air control valve somewhere around your throttle body. Now if you have a bi-directional scanner, you can actually control these and open them and close them to see if they're functioning right. And sometimes you can take something and tap on it like that, and if your car idle changes, then you know something wrong with your idle air control valve. Now, this particular valve is off of a Cadillac because this whole setup is different. So when you order in your valve, just make sure you get the correct valve for your car. But in my case, it's a Cadillac North Star idle air control valve. But this thing it's not no more than like 3 years old from when I changed it the last time. So I know it can't be nothing more than the valve in here is just sticking, so it's not moving back and forth the way it should. So long story short, what I'm gonna do real quick is just show you guys how to clean it, how to take it off. Now if you got like a circuit code, which I didn't have, my code was just saying that it's idling lower than expected. So the computer is seeing it, it's seeing that it's not idling right. That's why I set the code. But if your code was like a circuit code, then more likely you got something wrong with your circuits electrically. So when you read the code, just make sure you read the code and understand the code correctly. So these screws are T20. So let's just pop those off real quick. All right, so first thing you want to do is take a connector off. And I done already screwed out these screws. So once you get these screws out, you should be able to remove this valve. It might be tough because there's a gasket in there. Ugh. All right. So that's crazy because it don't look too bad. But some carbon in there. Now, it wasn't doing this all the time. It was more intermittent. So, you know, sometimes I'll be at idle and it's fine. And then other times the car will actually shut off because it's idling so low. And it kind of sounds like the car is like choking or something because it's not getting no air. So basically what this valve does, if you look in there, is actually it's connected right to your throttle body. So when your throttle body is closed and it's, you know, it's not open, it's closed, this valve right here, it goes, you know, moves, you know, back to allow air to flow through, because your car can't idle without air. You know what I mean? So that's the whole purpose of that valve, to allow airflow to slide through and allow your car to have enough air to breathe. So what I'm gonna do is, and another thing while you at it, you might want to clean out your throttle body if you're taking it off. Clean your throttle body. I know this throttle body is not dirty. It shouldn't be, because this car probably got less than 2,000 miles over the past 4 years. So I don't drive this car every day. It's not my daily driver. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean up that valve a little bit, and we're gonna throw that bad boy back in there. All right, y'all. So I done already cleaned my valve. I already cleaned it out. It was dirtier than I thought it was, but just keep in mind though, like if you're having an electrical issue with the solenoid inside, the motor itself, or the wires, the circuits, cleaning it is not going to help your situation. So I don't want you guys to think if you clean it, that's going to fix your problem. So like I said, depending on your code you get will determine whether it's a malfunction with the valve or something electrically. So now while you at it, you might want to change that gasket, the O-ring, if you have one. So I have one, so I'm gonna pop a new gasket on there. It seemed a little thicker than this one, but if it don't work, then I'll put this one back on because there's nothing wrong with it. So yeah, just if you get a code now, you don't have to get a code to clean these. You can clean these at any given time. So if your car has one and you've never done it, or it's never been done, it might be smart to clean this out and to clean your throttle body while you're at it. So it'll just be preventive maintenance opposed to waiting until the issue occurs. You know what I mean? You don't want to be stuck somewhere in traffic or something like that, and you're idling and your car shuts off because of this valve here. So just keep that in mind. Preventive maintenance may help you out. You don't want to wait until something happens to go and fix it. So let's throw that valve back on. So put your IAC back in, put the screws in, plug it back up, just like that. So if your rough idle or low idle was caused by a dirty idle air control valve, then cleaning it may be your fix. So if you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll check you on the next one. All right, y'all, some bonus footage. So I figured I'd show y'all this real quick. But what you want to do is you want to extend your piston, the little rod that's in here, you want to extend it out so you can fully get all the gunk from inside of this valve. Because like I said, this thing is meant to move in and out smoothly. So if it doesn't move smoothly, you won't have a good idle, because your idle is constantly changing. Like if you put your AC on or whatever the case may be, you put a load on your car, driving, slowing down, this thing is always moving. So especially at idle. So what you want to do is you want to open it up so you can clean it out thoroughly, get it all out. I done already cleaned mine out, and it was much dirtier in here. So I just wanted to show y'all that. It's just a valve. Like I said, it's just a valve and a spring in here, and it just goes up and down constantly, and this thing is moving a lot. So over time it will get gunked up, and like I said, you could clean this at any time. You don't have to wait until the problem occurs. You want to take care of this before it occurs. So call that preventive maintenance. So